What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Party on Broad. Today, we are recapping Eagles versus Jaguars and looking ahead to Eagles versus Cowgirls. Joining me, he is Rob Langy at Philly_Madness. It's good, Rob.
I'm very excited to welcome in our new host below here, and I'm excited to meet him for the first. Oh, is that just Ryan? It's Ryan. Hi, Ryan. Welcome back, buddy. We missed you. We missed you, big guy. I'm glad to have you back. That we're important enough. Us little people are important enough for you to be back on the show this week. Thank you, buddy.
Rob, I appreciate you welcoming me back, but honestly, I thought you died a few weeks ago on that Devin Whitehill. So.
I mean, all I know is he's a starting linebacker for the Houston Texans. That's all I know.
Yeah, well, all I know is our linebackers are pretty damn good.
Linebacker, you baby.
I would make a joke, but I do like 3 other shows a week with this guy. He is Ryan Reese at Philly Sports PSA. What's good, Ryan?
Not much.
So he made those shows. Those shows. I understand.
Yeah. Well, you build up a certain caveat where you can get away with things like this. You know, One day you'll get there, Rob.
That's fair.
All right.
That's fair.
Yeah. Not much. Ready to be back. Glad to talk birds about that amazing game that we saw yesterday. Some lows, but highlight plays. Let's just say that was the theme of the game.
Highlight plays. I like that. We're gonna recap Eagles versus Jags. We're gonna deep dive into Eagles versus Cowboys, top matchups to watch, X factors, all that kind of fun stuff. That being said, let's get into our top takeaways from last week. Top takeaways against the Jaguars. Ryan, lead us off, man. What was your top takeaway?
That Saquon Barkley is worth every penny and then some. This man had basically 200 yards total on the ground and in the air. Made just another amazing receiving touchdown. Made some amazing highlight plays. Honestly, we all know the backwards hurdle, but even before that step spin where he just made that guy look silly, and then he did another juke, and then all of a sudden he was backwards. He's like, sure, I'll just jump 5 feet into the air. Like, no other human being is going to be able to do this. I mean, look at this catch. It's amazing. This guy is worth every penny, and every national pundit that was so against it can absolutely eat a bag. And you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, I know.
Look at that. Look at this. Whoop!
I still don't know how he spun the way he spun, because I saw the spin going the other way.
Yeah, same. But yet somehow he did. Boom, that guy looks silly. This guy's like, I got him. Nope, got him. And then he still goes, gets hit and still gets 3 extra yards.
It's very rare that there's a posterizing on a football field. There was a poster.
There was 2 in one play, honestly.
Yeah. There
was 2 in one play by Barkley. This man is absolutely amazing. I'd pay him again and again and again and again. It is so awesome to see him in Kelly Green there. Honestly, when the play happened in the stadium, there was an audible just like silence. Honestly, it was we all just gasped. We were just like, and then we all just like looked at each other. Like, I looked at my buddy next to me, and we're like, we're looking at it. Nobody knew what the hell happened. All of us literally looked up back behind us to see it on the screen behind us. It was absolutely amazing. Saquon Barkley, look at that, 159 on the ground. Give him the ball. Thank you. The last couple of weeks they have been feeding him, and this is the things that I love to see. So, Saquon for president.
The pistol offense between Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley might be the new cheat code for the Eagles. They are putting up monster numbers in the pistol. letting Saquon get downhill, but also like keeping defenses honest with Jalen Hurts' legs. It's been really nice over these last few weeks.
Yeah.
Rob, what's your takeaway?
That to steal a quote from the great Herman Boone, Vic Fangio's defense is just like Novocaine, baby. Give it some time because it is really ramping into form right now. There are times where the bend but don't break will drive you crazy. There's no doubt about that. But they have turned a bit of a corner here. And I know the haters out there because I have a few of them in group chats that just want to tell you where the Eagles have played nobody. The Eagles have played nobody. I don't look at Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals as nobody. I don't look at Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers as nobody. I see an Atlanta team that buries everybody who the Eagles had dead to rights except for a drop pass. They've beat people this year. And the thing is, it's not like last year. Last year, they played like crap every game and found ways to win. Now they're not playing like crap. There's some bad decisions. There's some bad things that happen in the course of the game that sometimes make it closer than it should be. But they're finding they are doing what needs to be done, and they're making plays to win. And this defense has really, really started to come alive. You see the pressure getting home. Youth reigns supreme in that defensive backfield with Cooper DeJean and Q. And then the Kobe Dean, man, it was like a proud father moment. It was like a proud father moment seeing him get that pick to end the game. And not only that, how he high points the ball like a wide receiver or a corner as a linebacker is just exceptional.
Yeah, that's the take, is the Eagles linebackers are elite. Yeah, Nakobe Dean kind of stole the show with that last interception, but Zach Bond, man. I thought Zach Bond.
Sign him right now.
You want to, because he's going to make a lot of money this offseason if they wait. I just dropped the all 22 video of Zach Bond and Nakobe Dean together. Zach Bond was everywhere, literally everywhere. And as great as that interception was by Nakobe Dean, it was the Zach Bond show. The take is like, when is the last time you had elite linebackers like this duo? They are all over the place. And then when you get to Nakobe Dean, he's been excellent downhill. He's been excellent blitzing the quarterback. He made a couple of really nice plays in coverage yesterday.
Yeah.
Vic Fangio just unlocking Nakobe Dean and Zach Bond. Wow. And then my other takeaway is Cooper DeJean. And Cooper DeJean is the executioner. He's a guy that seems to always be involved on big downs, those third downs, those fifth downs. Back-to-back weeks now where DeJean has had a fourth down stop. And he's yet to have a penalty this year as well, which is low-key. When you look at like the last night they struggled a little bit with missed tackles. But when you look at overall since the bye week, they've been better, when it comes to, decreasing those missed tackles and better against the run. I think Cooper DeJean's a big part of that. So my standout was Cooper DeJean and how he has transformed this defense. Any other takeaways before we roll on?
Yeah, to kind of piggyback off the Cooper DeJean, Q has honestly been just better and better each week. He shuts down everybody who needs to shut down. And honestly, the fact that these two guys are the future of our defensive backs, it's like, damn, that's check. Don't got to worry about that for a little while now. Like these two guys are gonna be even better as they grow together. And I would like to piggyback off of my own topic and say, get Avonte Maddox the hell off the field.
Yes.
Please get him off the field. Every time he's out there, he gives up a catch. Even when he's not on somebody, he gives up a catch. I don't even know how he does it. He's so bad.
I went into, so I have an all 22 video that just dropped as well of Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell. And I went through every play. And like pretty much every single target either went to Isaiah Rodgers, Avonte Maddox, or Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Those were like the big three. Outside of that, Quinyon Mitchell had like 2 targets in the beginning of the game and saw nothing the rest of the game.
He's locked down right now.
Now.
He's locked down. I mean, think about one thing that I haven't heard anybody talk about was the fact that Brian Thomas, who has been a beast this year, was non-existent. What do you have? 2 catches in the game? I think, and the 2-point conversion maybe, but like non-existent. This kid is like, shall we say a young Revis Island? Like guys don't even throw at him. They don't even throw at him. It's unbelievable.
Same for Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter was double team like a motherfucker. They were all over Jalen Carter, and he had 6 pressures, 3 of those coming against double teams. And I thought Jalen Carter had a low-key great game. Go check out that all 22 as well. Jalen Carter was a beast. Commanding all the pressure. And you saw the Jaguars want to establish the run, and they were not having it. So major shout out to Jalen Carter and the run defense.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Imagine if they had another, quality D tackle there that could do a little something and maybe relieve some of those doubles off of Jalen Carter. But seems like we just have some adequate players, nobody great.
I think low key, like the defense front 4 has been doing pretty well over the last few weeks.
Solid, sure.
It's been fine. It's not perfect.
They're stopping the run too. I mean, that team runs the ball pretty well, and they did not get it going yesterday.
Yeah,
for sure. Any other takes? Are we going to get into Nick?
Yeah, we have to, right?
No,
we have to. We have to get into it. We have to at least discuss it. It happened. You can have an opinion one way or the other there, Rob, but we have to talk about it.
Nope.
Is it a positive Monday? Is that what this is?
Well, no, it's because here's what it is. I don't mind talking about it. What I hate is the asinine he should be fired takes. Like, it's just stupid to me at this point that we're still dealing with this nonsense. And it's not just people popping off at the mouth. It's people who actually mean it. And I just don't understand why you would want to do something like that when the team is 6-2, when they've won 4 in a row, when this guy's 40-19 as a head coach. This is not the time to fire a head coach. You're being ridiculous by saying fire the head coach right now. The problem that he has is he's trying to prove himself way too much. He has to stop. Just coach, man. Like when you're just on there and you're just doing your thing and coaching to what the game tells you to do, you're fine, dude. You're fine. And no one has a problem with it. But when you make a mistake to try and fix it by making another mistake and another mistake and another mistake, that's where the problem comes in. And it's like, damn, dude, just relax. Like, you don't got to be big balls Nick all the time. Just relax.
Yeah, believe me, in the stands, I felt like anybody over the age of 50 that's just what I observed. Was saying and muttering something about firing Nick. The 2 guys next to me, the whole game. It was every little thing. I eventually had to say, I told him to shut the F up. Just watch the damn game. Shut up about Nick. Like, it's not happening. Go back to your old man couch or your lazy boy and stay home. Like, enough. And the whole way out, that's all anybody could talk about. It was so
wow.
And I get it. It's frustrating, but
yes,
for the love of God, we're 4-0 coming after this bye. The offense is starting to open up. The defense is starting to open up. And yes, he takes some chances. And do they work all the time? No. Do they all make sense to some people? No. But guess what? You're sitting on the couch for a reason.
Yes.
Shut up. Okay? We don't need it. And everybody is like, oh my God.
And I got to tell you, the only call.
I'm going to get my pitchfork out and it's trying to clean up some of these old bastards.
There were only 2 calls that I was really angry about. One was the 4th and inches call.
That's the bad.
They passed the ball. That one was the one that really bothered me. And I really was annoyed going for the 57-yard field goal. Like, they were the only 2. Like, I understand people's frustrations with the 2-point conversions, but 9 times out of 10, the Eagles get that.
I know.
And they got it on the first one. And on the second one, it was after a personal foul penalty.
That was
This is where like people act like Nick's the only one to do this. Every young coach in the league would have taken the opportunity to go for 2 there. Every single one. So you've got to understand that this is what the young coach is doing now, and you got to get over it. Like, it's not just Nick. Dan Campbell does it. They all do it. They all make – look, Andy Reid's one of the best coaches of all time. Tonight, his team is going right down the field. And on 1st and 10 from the 20, he tries a friggin' reverse. They outthink themselves sometimes. They do that. That's what these head coaches do.
Exactly. And everybody has 20/20 vision, looking back at it and says, oh, well, obviously, I would have done something different. No, you wouldn't. Check him out. It's annoying.
I love your rich guy voice.
Thank you. Eagles fans have honestly just have become just whiny, complaining people. Like, just enjoy it for the love of God. Now, last year we were winning, and nothing felt right. It was ugly wins. We convinced ourselves that a win's a win's a win. And you know what? Yeah, you know what? But now we don't have that. We're winning games. The last couple of weeks we're winning games in good fashion. And now we need something to pick on, and it seems to be Nick. If it's not Nick, it's Jalen Hurts. Oh, my God, Jalen Hurts. Well, he was perfect except for that one play. Let's trade him. Like, just enjoy it. Be happy, folks. My God, life's hard enough.
This motion was my favorite.
Is that like Wayne's World? Like, yeah, Rob, you nailed it. Those were the 2 plays that made me upset. You know, icing the kicker and then relying on a 57-yarder, and then the 4th and 1 or 4th and inches where they, basically didn't even go into push formation, and the Jaguars dropped 4 back. Like, that was so dumb.
Yeah.
So dumb. I don't understand even the thought process of that. They need Jordan back. Fred Johnson really struggled yesterday. That's what it is.
And if you're not going to do the tush push, though, give it to Saquon Barkley. Just hand it off. It was inches. It was literally less than a half of football.
Yeah, you're right. Those things combined with, we were talking before the show, like, listen, we're never ones to blame the referees, but man, that was just a piss poor refereed game, honestly. There was a handful of things that they, with evidence, got incorrect. The mysterious fumble.
I have no idea.
I don't. They can explain it as a million different times. It still makes zero sense.
He tripped over his lineman because he
got touched. He started to fall forward, and because he ricocheted off of his own player, that means you're good. So
his leg was slapped into that player. His leg got slapped into that player by the defensive player.
So if he would have gotten to the ground and got back up and ran, that would have been fine.
I guarantee they would have blown that down.
They would have guaranteed they would have blown that shit dead. So don't tell me that's why there was a fumble there. It's absolutely an asinine call. The would-be touchdown, Jalen Hurts. You can clearly see the ball over the goal line.
Yes.
I don't know. Again, referees have bad days. It's not the reason why we won. It's not the reason why we almost lost. But it just has to be stated. They were terrible.
Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. And I don't know. We were watching it. We did halftime and postgame, and nobody really had an answer for that whatsoever.
Yeah.
All right, let's roll into our top storylines of the week. Top storylines of the week. Paul George makes his return tonight. Different show. Sorry. We are talking Eagles versus Cowboys. Biggest storylines. Rob. Ryan, you want to go first?
No.
Oh, go
Damn it! No. They had a great line, and he's going to ruin it.
Rob, go
All
ahead.
right, Rob,
Yes.
go ahead. Get your silly little line out.
Biggest storyline is Cooper Rush, Joe Webb 2.0. Because
Joe
that's
Webb
going to be my
2.0.
biggest fear going into this
game.
game. Is I feel like the Eagles always have this game in a season where they're going to play the backup.
Yep.
And it's like, and everybody goes, oh, there it is. And they struggle every freaking time, no matter who the coach is, no matter who the team is. It is like this. People forget that Joe Webb game came a week after the Miracle at the Meadowlands 3 or 2 or whatever people want to call Deshaun Jackson's.
Right.
And Joe Webb on a Tuesday night, because of the rain, because of the snow, Joe Webb diced them up. I hate the fact that that this is out there now. The Eagles haven't won. We talked about this yesterday. Haven't won in Dallas since 2017. They have not won in Dallas since 2017. This is a scary game, man. This is a scary game. I do think they will win. But I got to tell you, sitting here on Monday night, I am a little bit trepidatious, let's say.
Yeah, the Eagles have lost 6 straight games down in Dallas, 4 of those by 20 or more points. But looking at Dallas, they're 3-4, 0-3 at home. They've lost 3 straight to the Lions, Niners, and Falcons. They are dealing with a ton of injuries. Dak is out, and yeah, I mean this is not your father's Dallas Cowboys team. CeeDee Lamb is hurt. Parsons is hurt. Bland is hurt. The O-line has been bad. There's no run game. McCarthy, Jerry Jones, all more.
Zeke isn't even dressing anymore.
Yeah, this is it is a dumpster fire in Dallas right now. My top storyline for the Eagles has to be the just winning the turnover margin. I mean, this is something that the Eagles haven't done in a while. You look at the first 4 games where they were 2-2. They turned the ball over 8 times. Since then, 4-0. They have 1 turnover, and that was the fumble.
Yeah, exactly.
It shouldn't have been a fumble.
Yeah.
So in that span, their turnover differential is plus. Oh, sorry. In 2022, when they made the Super Bowl, their turnover differential was +8. Last season, it was -10.
Ooh.
Could we be seeing the start of, a Eagles defense that's finally starting to be in the positive? For me, it's the turnover differential, and that's going to be key on Sunday. Ryan, what's your top storyline?
Yeah, well, as I graciously gave away the number 1 spot to Rob, Rob nailed that. It's the injuries and the curse, not only just of the Eagles, but I feel like it's Philadelphia sports as a whole. We just are not good against backups, like backup goaltenders, backup quarterbacks. It doesn't matter. We seem to struggle. So there's that kind of ominous kind of vibe going on into this game. But yeah, it's honestly it's really, I think, going to depend on the health of CeeDee Lamb. Cooper Rush is what he is, but man, if he does not have CeeDee Lamb, I don't see what offense they even have. I mean, they got a bunch of whatevers, halfway decent guys, but nobody to be scared of without CeeDee Lamb. So
sounds like they're going to have him, though, from what I heard today.
Yeah, I mean, it's very possible, but I think a lot hinges on his health. And again, he may play, but how healthy is he going to be?
Yeah.
So I guess then the matchup there is who's on CeeDee Lamb and why it's going to be Q and why he's going to shut him down.
Literally. Let's get into our top matchups to watch. Eagles versus Cowboys. Eagles versus Cowboys, top matchups to watch. Who wants to go first? Going once.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Well, I already alluded to it, and it's going to be the Cowboy receivers versus our D-backs and the matchups and who's going to be out there. And again, this is going to be another great test if CeeDee Lamb is out there for Q, for Coop, and the rest of the younger guys there on the D-backs there. Hopefully, we won't see much of Avonte Maddox. Hopefully, Slay will be healthy enough to go. And again, that'll hopefully push Avonte Maddox deep into the bench, so we don't have to see his awful ass. So
that's a low key
and
trade target. That's a low key trade target. Like backup slot, backup Avonte Maddox. That'd be great.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to upgrade that spot so we don't ever have to see Avonte. But yeah, listen, like I said, if CD's out there, I really, and I hope he is, for the simple fact of giving Q and Coop, kind of that matchup, and to see how they do it, because CD, as much as we hate the Cowboys, you have to give him his credit. He's an amazing wide receiver, and he can do some amazing things. So, that's a matchup I'm going to be watching. The young studs in the D-backs.
What about you, Rob?
This Dallas defense has been putrid all year and really putrid against the run. So Saquon Barkley versus this Dallas defense. Can he just tear them a new one? Can he just run right through them? Can the Eagles get that going, which would then open up the play action, which hopefully A.J. Brown's back in the lineup. We got the good news today that it's not anything serious. I'd love to see him back in the lineup on Sunday. Devontae Smith. I want to see this be the game where the Eagles run the set up the pass, and then in the second half, it's just run to control the clock and control the game. That's what I'm hoping to see from the Eagles offense. So for me, it's how does Saquon Barkley go against this defense that has struggled all year?
Yeah. I could probably say the opposite too. Like, I think Jalen Hurts versus the Cowboys secondary, Kirk Cousins carved up that Cowboys secondary. Trevon Diggs really struggled, got mossed a couple times by Drake London.
And then London was out for most of the game, and he still carved them up.
Yeah. You could, but I think, I'm always a trenches guy. So I'll say the Eagles pass rush versus the Cowboys offensive line. The Falcons came in last week dead last in pressure rate and sacks. Against the Cowboys, they had 6 sacks. Through the first 8 games, they had 6 sacks. And against Dak Prescott, they had 3 sacks and really had a solid game. In total, they had 8 quarterback hits. And the offensive line was getting beat left and right, especially up the middle. Zach Martin looks cooked. He's a guy that has been one of the best in the game. His PFF grade is down. You look at Tyler Smith, his PFF grade is down. Talking about 2 all-pro guards that are playing way worse compared to previous years. Jalen Carter, man, this screams like a Jalen Carter game. So look at the Eagles pass rush. And again, plug on my all 22 on Jalen Carter. Go check that out. But he was awesome against the Jacksonville Jaguars. This could be a Jalen Carter game. So there's that. Anybody else have any other matchups to watch?
Just the linebackers dominating. They're world beaters right now. They're feared. Everybody knows them. They're the people run and hide from them when they walk down the hall. So yeah, watch out for them linebackers, baby.
Is it Nick Sirianni versus Nick Sirianni? Like, don't get cute. Don't get cute.
Just beat Dallas. Just do it, baby.
Then it's Nick Sirianni versus Nick Sirianni. Don't be the main story of the week. That's it. Is that a tall task to ask if you're a head coach to not be the main story?
It is. Unfortunately, the man loves the spotlight. But listen, they are 4-0 in the Baldiani era, as it's being called. So keep that head shaved, baby. We're
Yes,
gonna.
sir.
All right, let's get into our Eagles fill in the blank segment. All right, this is a part where we say the Eagles will win because, the Eagles will lose because. We also have Moses saying I'm the only one watching. Give me a shout out, Moses.
Thank you, Moses. We have one fan left.
All right, sweet.
I feel like a lot more people watched the last 2 weeks. I don't know why.
I'm here to save the show. Don't worry, guys.
I think we had a lot more people watching the last 2 weeks. I don't know what's going on tonight. I wonder if there's something that's different.
All right. The Eagles will beat the Cowboys because, Rob.
Because they're going to take advantage of one of the worst defenses in the league, and they are going to score a shit ton of points. That's why they're going to beat the Dallas Cowboys. I think the Eagles go above 30 this week. Very easily should have been above 30 last week. Could have been above 30 against the Giants, but they took a touchdown off the board. So really, you're talking about 3 straight games where this team was either above 30 or right at 30. I think this week they are going to go way above 30. I'm going 37 is going to get dropped this week from the Birds.
That's literally what I wrote. But more specifically, the monkey is off their back in the first quarter, and now they're going to just like the floodgates are open. I feel like now the Eagles are going to start pumping that offense that we want to see with Saquon and the mesh, and the short routes and using the run to set up the pass. So if we consistently see that through 4 quarters, it's going to be awesome. Ryan, the Eagles win. The Eagles beat the Cowboys because
Saquon Barkley. Saquon is going to dominate in this game. I truly feel. The defensive line, the rush defense of Dallas has not been great the last couple of weeks. And Saquon is on a tear right now, honestly. And it seems like the Eagles have finally been willing to give him the ball. So yeah, I think that combination, that's the reason why. And yeah, you're right. I mean, they have finally scored in the first quarter, so hopefully that continues. But outside of that, quarters 2, 3, and 4, they've been a top 5 offense. Let's not forget that. So now that we have realized that the first quarter is available for scoring, hopefully we will continue and be even better and more efficient. But yeah, Saquon Barkley, baby. Let's just ride that train.
I was honestly a little upset, maybe unjustified upset, that the Eagles didn't blow out the Jaguars, and then you saw Saquon going nuts and then getting hurt there. I think he tweaked something there in the second half. Anyway, I just as much as I enjoy this, I do wish they had another back like him outside of Kenny Gainwell. Rob, the Eagles lose to the Cowboys because
Nick Sirianni doesn't get out of his own way. And I hate even saying it, but I don't look. There's a lot of different things that could go wrong in this game. Ryan is frozen, but that's okay. Oh no, Ryan's back. But I really believe that the only way this team loses to Dallas this week is if they just make really stupid mental mistakes, and I think it starts at the head coach. I'll start there because I think a lot of people think I'm just an apologist for Nick Sirianni. No, I'm just a realist who knows that there's bad coaching all throughout the NFL any given Sunday. I just want him to just call the game. Just do what you did well the 2 weeks prior. You know what I mean? You did everything by the book the 2 weeks prior, and it worked out well. Look, the players love him. There's no doubt about it that the players love this guy.
Yep.
So now just go out there and do your job. Do your job. Keep things going. Keep the momentum rolling when you have an opportunity to do so. There's no reason to reinvent the wheel. Just play the game.
What about you, Ryan?
Yeah, listen, Rob's certainly not wrong there, but yeah, I think it's going to come down to turnovers. I think Jalen Hurts has been pretty smooth with it and pretty smart with it. Obviously we talked about that one play to Kenny Gainwell. I personally think it's because it was Kenny Gainwell is why that one play a couple weeks ago that was almost a pick six. But I digress. No, it's him being smart with the football, and if he continues to do that, and he may not have AJ Brown to do that, this upcoming Sunday, but I think ultimately it's going to come down to Hurts and his ability to hold on to the ball and put the ball into the hands of his receivers. So, turnovers.
Wow, I'm looking at like the numbers here because for a while, for a big chunk this season, the Eagles have been a horrific red zone offense. The Eagles are now 14th best in the NFL in red zone offense, 75% in the last 3 games. Meanwhile, the Dallas Cowboys offense is second last in the NFL in red zone offense. So winning those possessions is going to be vital. Like you said, Ryan, Nick Sirianni not shooting himself in the foot. That's where I'm going with that. Just
that's not what Ryan said. That's what I said, but that's okay. Don't worry about it.
Whatever.
Come on. Obviously now that I'm back, obviously. Come on.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right, let's get to X Factors. Top X Factors to watch. Ryan, lead us off, man. Do you have an underrated player to watch in this one?
An underrated, I honestly, I know this is going to be kind of funny, but, again, we're going underrated here. I'm going to say Jahan Dotson because I truly believe that AJ Brown they're going to rest him for a week. And I'm loving this because I clearly just stole Rob's. And honestly, that just made my night. Listen, he's going to now need to step up, and I think he's been in this offense for long enough. He's obviously, feeling a little bit more comfortable. They're starting to go to him a slight bit more. It obviously makes one of the great highlight plays of last week with that catch. And he's going to need to be relied upon because, when you look at this offense without AJ Brown, it's completely different. And it really shows you that AJ Brown is the number one receiver on this team. No offense to Devontae Smith, but Devontae is going to need some help if AJ is not going to be out there. And it all starts with Jahan Dotson.
I'll put his play up here. By the way, this was awesome on the all 22. When you have a better angle at this, that's probably the best catch of the season.
Yeah, honestly, it was.
That is insane. The degree of difficulty and bringing that down was wild.
Yeah, again, that was another play where we're all looking at each other like, "What? No, we didn't."
Yeah, there's no way he caught that.
And then we all turn around and look at the big screen, and we're like, "Oh shit, I guess he does."
Like when you look back at like greatest catches, Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna be right there. That's gonna be right there.
You had the Garrett Wilson catch from last week. As kind of the ode to Odell Beckham. But man, you have to give credit to the Devontae and to the Jahan catches of this past week.
Yeah.
All right. Jahan Dotson for Ryan. What about you, Rob?
Yeah, what are we gonna do now, Rob? What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
We got.
I don't know. I could just be an ass
you want
but
me to
I'm
go?
not going to
Do
go.
it.
No. I'm gonna go because
do
the
it.
guy caught a touchdown pass this week, and they got taken off the board because they called offensive pass interference. And I
Johnny
thought it was a little suspect. Johnny Wilson, everybody. Johnny Wilson. If AJ doesn't play, Johnny Wilson will catch a touchdown against the Dallas Cowboys. Mark it, bet it, go to DraftKings or FanDuel, wherever you go, and bet anytime touchdown, Johnny freaking Wilson.
I don't even know if that's going to be available to select. He's so far down there, but
Wow.
love it.
Well, when your
Definitely-
guy gets
definitely
taken from you
clipping.
last minute, you go big or go home. That's the way you go.
We'll be definitely clipping that.
Yeah, should send it to his mom because it's probably the only thing.
Let me go Fred Johnson. Fred Johnson, the pattern is he plays well, then he plays bad, then he plays well, then he plays bad. Really struggled last week. Gave up 2 sacks, 3 hurries, 5 pressures. That we kind of saw some weaknesses on the tush push, and I think that was a big piece of that. So for me, it's got to be Fred Johnson. If you were to go back 2 weeks ago against the Bengals, he was terrific. Keeping Trey Hendrickson in check. So which Fred Johnson, will the real Fred Johnson please stand up, I guess is kind of what I'm trying to say. Fred Johnson.
Wow. Didn't think we'd hear from him.
Let's get to our score predictions and we'll go to bed.
A lot of
Meanwhile, the Tampa Bay Bucks are looking solid right now against the Kansas City Chiefs.
what just happened?
Touchdown pass.
To who?
I don't even know.
Please tell me it was Kate Otten.
No,
Please
tell me it's not.
Tell me it's Kate Otten.
No, Kate Otten.
Give me Kate Otten.
Don't you
Yeah.
dare.
So good game here on Monday Night Football. Let's get to our score predictions. Rob, how do you see this one playing out?
I see the Eagles winning. I do. I mean, I'm going to be fearful all week of Joe Webb resurfacing on us, but I'm going to go 37-23. I think it's pretty convincing.
Wow.
I mean, it was Kate Otten. It was Kate Otten, wasn't it? Yeah.
Wow. Yay!
Anyway, I do. I think they're going to put a lot of points up. I think they score early in this game. I do think it's a game that they need to get out and they need to get a little bit going early, just because of how it's been there lately. It has not been pretty. So I'll go 37-23 Birds in Big D, and Jerry Jones is wheeled out in a hearse.
Man, all we heard was how it's going to be a close game and be afraid of the backup quarterback. And you went the Eagles win by 2 touchdowns?
Yeah, why the hell not?
Jesus.
Logic doesn't really, follow
Listen.
Rob too closely. So
I'm delirious right now, guys. I'm delirious. I'm watching North Carolina's back, baby. I'm watching some basketball. It's a great night.
That's what I'm doing after this. Ryan, what's your score prediction?
Listen, I think I'm going to go 31-21. I still think it's a convincing win. You just look at, outside of a hurt CeeDee Lamb, Dallas really doesn't have anything that scares you on offense, and their defense is banged up as well. So, again, I think if they play the way they've been playing the last couple of weeks, and if Sirianni doesn't Sirianni too much, I think they should get a solid 2-score victory.
I'm going to go 23-20. Last week, I thought the Eagles were going to blow them out 41-10. That was not the case. Again, I'm going with the Dallas voodoo, whatever. They cannot beat the Cowboys in Dallas. So I think it's going to be a close game. Maybe not as close as the score indicates, but the Eagles will prevail. Give me 23-20. Let's wrap it up, Rob. Final thoughts. Eagles versus Cowboys. Plugs. Time is yours.
Just go down there and win, damn it. Like, I mean, that's where I'm at. I'm sick and tired of losing in that stupid hellhole of a stadium. Yes, I said it. Everyone talks about how beautiful it is. You know why you put a club in the stadium? Because people don't want to watch your stupid-ass team, Jerry. They don't want to watch your boring-ass team, so they go to the club in the stadium instead. I want to see that gross look on his face that makes it look like he's not actually there and he's a hologram and he's been deceased for a couple years. I do not want to go down there and deal with bullshit anymore. Go down, win convincingly, be 7-2, and then we're 4 days away from the matchup, baby. The matchup that we all knew back at the beginning of the season would be the marquee matchup, and that was Thursday night, Eagles-Commanders.
That's the part of me that wishes I actually gambled on this shit because I don't believe in gambling. I called that. Ryan, where are you at?
I do believe in gambling. You can follow me right here at Philly Sports PSA. Use code PSA for your DraftKings. No, I'm kidding. That will not work.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, you can find me here. You can find me at the Eagles Pin Pull Network. I'm all over the place. All you got to do is go right here, give me a follow, shoot me a message, and I'm around. But other
He's
than
around
that,
when he wants to be, though, ladies and gentlemen. There will be times where he just disappears for multiple weeks, and you just have to understand, like, that's just Ryan Reese. That's who he is.
yeah, my apologies. I was away for work.
Oh, yeah, sure you were.
I mean, I can show you the receipts that I was in Texas, but
Hey, did they say bet MGM Vegas? Vegas. I see Vegas there.
there's DHL to Dallas Fort Worth.
Oh, so you were taking in little Dallas,
Well,
Texas,
I had to fly in there because of the F1 race in Austin. Was flights were insanely expensive. Anyway, yes, I don't plan on missing too many weeks here. Mostly because I can't live with myself letting Rob off the hook with some of his normally outlandish takes. So
Yeah, well, I won't be here next week, so.
So that's okay. Got it. All right.
Listen, I'll tell you off the air why it's happening, and damn it, listen. I'll tell you off the air why it's happening, and damn it, it's vital, and you'll agree.
I don't think I will. On principle, I won't.
All right, guys, we're closing up shop here. Go check out all of amazing content with Rob Lange at Philly_Madness on Twitter. He is at Philly Sports PSA on Twitter. I'm Daz, Mr. Crackpot. Thank you, everyone, for watching. For Rob, for Ryan, for myself. Stay awesome, everyone.